Good morning, good morning.
Baruch Hashem, special day. This is the yard set of Rabbi Nachman, abreast of Nachman ben Fege. May his merit help us, protect us, help us to grow, Bezat Hashem, and to reach our purpose in life, Bezat Hashem. This whole period, from Rosh Chodesh Elul until Simchat Torah, so it shows that it's a preparation really for the Torah. The goal, the Sof Maaseh b'machshava tchila. The goal of everything is the final day, which is Simchat Torah, because the Torah is the main ingredient in the creation. Rashi brings down the opening of the Chumash. It's quoted also elsewhere. Va'eyeh etzlo amon. The Torah. It's in Mishlei chapter 8. King Solomon speaking on behalf of the Torah, that the Torah is praising itself. The Torah says, Va'eyeh etzlo amon. I was used by Hashem. I was Hashem's amon. I was the part of the creation. Rashi brings down the famous teaching that Hashem used the Torah as the blueprint for the creation of the world. Okay? So the goal is to get to the Torah, because that was what Hashem used in the creation of the world. And our goal is to reconnect to this Torah, as that was used as a blueprint. So this is ultimately the goal. So Midrash Rabba, which by the way it's called Midrash Rabba because it was written by Rabbi Hoshana Rabba. Rabbi Hoshana Rabba is buried, believe it or not, in the village of Piki'in up north. His grave is facing the famous cave of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, where he ate the carobs, etc. There's a carob tree still there, by the way. On the other side of the road, there's a little old Jewish cemetery, and that's where Rabbi Hoshana Rabba is buried. You have Midrash Tanchuma, it's Rabbi Tanchuma. Midrash Rabba, his name, Hoshaya is not there, but his last name, Rabba, is in the title of Midrash Rabba. You would have thought it's called Midrash Rabba because it's like the big Midrash. It's called Midrash Rabba because of Rabbi Hoshana Rabba. He starts off Bereshit, which is, the timing is great, we're about to start again Bereshit. He starts off with this Midrash on this pasuk, Va'ayeh etzlo amon, that the Torah says, I was used by Hashem as his amon. So the Midrash asks, Rabbi Hoshaya asks, what does the word amon mean? Aleph, Mem, Vav, Nun. What is this amon? The Midrash brings 5 explanations, 4 on one side, and the last one in its own ball game. First, it says like this. We'll explain each term. Amon means pedagogue. Number 2, Amon means mechuseh. Number 3, Amon means mutzna. Number 4, Amon means rabeta. Davar acher, don't read Amon, read Uman. Don't worry, we're not going to go to that yet, okay? Uman, Aleph, Vav, Mem, Nun. What's going on? So the Midrash says there's 2 explanations. The first 4 on one category. That the Torah says about itself, I am so precious in Hashem's eyes that I was protected for Hashem and covered up for a period of time until it was time for the Torah to be revealed. We know that the Torah was given at Har Sinai. The Torah was created Sha'ashuim Yom Yom 2,000 years before the creation of the world. The Torah was already in existence. Okay? So each explanation goes on a different part of the Torah. So the Midrash suggests, first meaning of this word, Va'ayeh etzlo amon. I was so precious in Hashem's eyes, so I was amon. What does amon mean? Pedagogue. What does it mean, pedagogue? Pedagogue in English comes from this word from Latin or Greek, whatever. A pedagogue is like a parent who takes care 100% of the baby. You have to change the diapers, you have to clean it and feed it and everything. So that's a pedagogue. Where's the proof to that? The proof is from when Moshe Rabbeinu was complaining to Hashem about the Jewish people, that they're not happy with the manna, and they're about to kill me, and this and that, and now they want meat, right? So Moshe complains to Hashem, do you want me to take care of these Jewish people? Kasher yisa ha'omen et hayonek. You want me to take care of the Jewish people like a parent takes care of the baby. So that's the proof of the Midrash that omen means a parent that takes care, nurses totally. That's the idea of a pedagogue. Okay? So the Torah is saying that I was protected by Hashem before being revealed to the world, and I was treated by Hashem like a pedagogue, like a parent takes care of the baby. So that's how I was taken care of. This, the commentaries explain, refers to the pshat of the Torah. The pshat of the Torah, when you learn, normal Torah study is what? Gemara, Shas, and Poskim. When you learn Torah and then the world of Torah, you have to invest full energy. If you think you're going to learn Gemara, Art School, Daf Yomi, and your head is drifting, you can't. You got to focus 100%. Also learning halacha. You can't miss a detail or else you don't know the halacha. Okay? So also, when people open yeshivas and kollalim, they don't open kollalim for learning Midrash or Zohar or Kabbalah, even though it's very rare. There are yeshiva like that, but the main structure of Torah institutions is to learn Pshat. Because why? You need a full care. You need a kola program, breakfast, lunch, whatever. Yeshivas, sleep dormitories. The world of Torah is Pshat because, like a pedagogue, it needs full care in order to take care of it. So to the Pshat, in order to go in the Nigle, requires full force, everything involved, or else you don't get it. It's like mathematics. You're missing one digit, everything's off. So to in Pshat, every detail has to be there. What Rashi is saying, what Tosfot is saying, to get the picture. What the Gemara is saying, you can't now just skim it through. You have to invest full force and a lot. So that's the idea of pedagogue. Second, the Machar Mechuseh. Mechuseh means covered up. So they say this is the idea of the next level of the Torah. There's Pshat, there's Remez, and there's Drush, and there's 4 levels of the Torah. What is Remez? Remez, there's something there, but it's just covered up. I just have to uncover it, and I see the Chidush. Pshat, everything is revealed. You have to use your brain power to remember all the details and use your chop, your Yiddish chop, to understand the flow and the structure of what's being said. But by remez, it's things which are hinted to at. You have to uncover. It's a job of like an investigation type of work. You have to uncover to find what's being hinted to. It's a remez. So the Midrash brings a second pasuk from Eicha, where it says that Amon refers to covered up, where Yirmiyahu talks about the matzah of the Jewish people when Nebuchadnezzar came on the siege, and the situation in Yerushalayim was bad. There were people starving to death on the street, and it says there also Ha'emunim alei tola, children who were normally pampered and covered up in nice tolas, like a nice purple turquoise colored blankets, they were now laying on the streets dead and whatever. Shem Rachim. So Emunim is covered up. So that's the idea of remez. Because what's remez? Remez is it's covered up. You see there's a hint. If it's a gematria or a tevot or a hekesh, all you have to do is just to uncover and you see the inyan. That's the idea of remez. Drush is what the Midrash says is mutzna. Mutzna is more than covered up. Mutzna means hidden. And the Midrash offers an amazing insight that nobody else offers on this pasuk from Megillat Esther. Vayi omen et hadasa. Okay, what's the pshat? When we learn Megillat Esther, we know every year that Esther's parents died. Mordechai took her in. He was the uncle. And the pshat is Vayi omen et hadasa. He was taking care of Hadasa. The Midrash says, don't read it like that. The Midrash says that this pasuk takes place when Vashti was killed, and the advisors of Achashverosh told them, find a new wife. So what did they do? They took anyone. They took any woman who was beautiful, even if she was married, even if she was Jewish, whatever. So the pasuk there, the Midrash interprets it, Vayi omen et hadasa, and Mordechai was hiding. Omen milashon mutzna. That he was hiding Hadassah Esther, so they shouldn't find her. It didn't work out. They found her and they took her. Okay? So mutzna, hidden, is a higher level. Drush. A darshan, what's called a darshan, right? In the world, what does he do? He has to now not just uncover, he has to reveal things that people don't even see at all. They don't even know that it's around. So a darshan, he goes digging in all the mefarshim and this and that. He goes all over to give a beautiful presentation of something new that was there, but it was hidden. And really have to dig deep to uncover these amazing Chiddushim. It's not even going into Kabbalah yet. It's like the world of Drash is where he has to go borrow from various areas of the Torah. The Torah is Ani b'makom echad, v'asher b'makom acher. He has to go borrow from all areas of the Torah to reveal. That's the idea of Mutzna. Okay? Finally, Rabetah. The Torah says, Vayetzlo Amon. The Torah is saying, because of my Rabetah, my importance, my chashivut, that I'm important in Hashem's eyes, I was protected by Hashem for 2,000 years before being revealed at Har Sinai. What's Rabetah? Rabetah, the Midrash borrows a pasuk, a targum, from a pasuk in Nehemiah. And Nehemiah is rebuking Ashur. Ashur at the time thought they were the top, the spitz of the world. And Nehemiah warns Ashur, you think you're better than Egypt? Ha-tevti mino, how does the word of the pasuk go? Mino no Amon? Do you think you're better than No? And he says that the Targum of No is Alexandria. No is the original name of the city Alexandria in Egypt. Ha-tevti, do you think Ashur you're better than No, which is Ammon? What's the Targum of the word Ammon? Rabetah. The great Alexandria, that who thought you can bring down the Egyptian kingdom. We're talking about not the time of Paro. We're talking about the later Egypt, in the time of Beit Rishon, Nebuchadnezzar. Then Nebuchadnezzar was able to wipe them out. Okay, like the Psukim say. So do you think, Ashur, that you're better than Alexandria? Mino Amon, and Amon is translated by the Targum as Rabita. So this is a reference to the fourth level of the Torah, which is the Sod. Sod, Kabbalah, as deep and scary as it is, but it's also a Chokhmah. Rabbi Nachman says, as great as Kabbalah is, it's still a Chokhmah, which means it requires brain power to understand, but the terms in the Kabbalah are massive, big. We're talking about these terms called Zeranpin, Malchut, Atzilut, Arichanpin. These are scary terms, but they're big. They're heavy mass because they deal with the building blocks of the creation. But it's still a chokhmah. Okay, these are the four levels hinted to in the pasuk Vayeh Etzlo Amon, that the Torah is saying all four levels, whichever interpretation you give of the Torah, if it's Pshat, Remez, Drash, Sod, these were protected by Hashem before being ready to be revealed. Meaning they need protection. Why do they need protection? Because they don't have within themselves these four levels the capacity to protect themselves. What in the world is going on? What are you saying? The Torah is the Torah. But the Midrash is hinting there's a fifth level of the Torah. That's in Davar Echer. The Davar Echer, the Midrash says, don't read Amon, read Uman. And this is the famous Rashi, that Hashem used the Torah as Klei Umanuto for the creation. That Hashem used the Torah as the vehicle, the blueprint for the creation. So this is the opposite of the first four. The first four is saying Hashem needs to protect the Torah. Davar Acher, Hashem used the Torah, but not only is he not protecting it, he's using the Torah itself to make the creation. What is this level of the Torah that Hashem is using? You just said one opinion, that Hashem is Abayeh Etzlo Amon. I was covered up and waiting to the right time to be revealed, like pampered, pedagogue, mechuseh, mutzna, rabata. Okay. What's this fifth interpretation? That the Torah was used as a blueprint. You don't need protection for that. On this, the Tikkun Zohar explains what does it mean, Uman. Uman, it is a term from the Tikkun Zohar. It's called Amon Mufla. Pele. Pele is this fifth term. Pele, the Kabbalah teaches, is the level of Keter. What in the world is this thing called Keter? Keter, the Kabbalah teaches, Rabbi Nachman goes into this also, Hasidic teachings. Keter, the Zohar says really, Parshat Noach, is what separates us from the Infinite One. It's the highest level possible between mankind and Hashem. Hashem is called Ein Sof, the Infinite One. There's a wall separating us from Hashem. If this wall did not exist, anybody running to perceive Hashem at this level would just disappear. Because infinite light means there's no limit. And a person, by definition, is limited. So a limited being can't perceive unlimited. If it's happened, the limited becomes unlimited. So the Zohar says there's a wall called the Keter. It bounces people when they're going too fast. They're going up and up and up and up and up and up. They want to go further. The Keter serves as a wall bouncing back a person. The Zohar uses this term called betisha. It bounces back, batash. It's like hitting a wall, and a rubber wall, thank God, not a brick wall. A rubber wall where you go in, and then you bounce back, okay? This separates us from this fifth level, Ein Sof. What is Ein Sof? What does it mean, Ein Sof? Ein Sof is this fifth level of Torah, which is above the Chokhmah of the Torah. What can be above the Chokhmah of the Torah? Your personal connection to the Torah. Feeling light in your life. When you feel dveikis in your tefillin, or dveikis in Yom Kippur, or in your lulav, feeling that connection to God, that is basically that the infinite light is shining to a person in a very flash of a moment. He has this exposure. Or Aleph, Vav, Resh. Aleph is 1, Vav is 6, Resh 200, 207 is the gematria of Ein Sof. Ein Sof is Or. Meaning, whenever you feel a light in your life, you should know that at that moment, Hashem has opened for you for a blink of an eye, for a moment, an exposure to the infinite light. This feeling, this connection, everybody wants. But you won't get it from the four levels of the Torah. It's above. This is the Or Ein Sof. This is the highest level possible. This is what Hashem used as his blueprint. Like the Zohar says, Amon, Mufla, Pele. Like we know the word Hayipale Mimecha Davar. Pele means something which is beyond your grasp. That's the idea of the Keter, this fifth level. This is what Hashem used to create the world. Now for every Jew to connect to that, he has to be fit and ready to connect to it. This is what the Keter does. The Keter bounces a person back What happens then? When you bounce me back, I want more connection to God. Why are you bouncing me back? So Rabbi Nachman explains, based on the Zohar, that the bounce back is meant to help you create vessels in order for you to experience this light. Why? In normal Torah study, when you learn Pshat, Remez, Drash, Sod, everything is advancement. You're absorbing another page of Gemara, another Shas, another Halacha, another Drash, another Chidush, another Musag and Kabbalah, whatever level you're holding in your Pshat, Remez, Drash, Sod, all Torah study is absorbing. Yeah, I'm learning in Yeshiva 10 years now, 20 years now. I have a title, I'm a Rav, I'm a Moreh Hara'ah, I'm a Mekubal. Okay, great. 4 levels of Torah is to absorb. Because the Torah was being pampered, it was protected by Hashem because of its ability to build you up, no problem. You want Ein Sof? You want light in your Yiddishkeit? You want to feel that connection? For that, you have to build special vessels. And how do you build vessels? By being dafka bounced back. What does it mean to be bounced back? A Jew now who's on a roll. Everything is advancing, okay? So everything seems great. There's just more light, but for the infinite light, which means feeling light in your Yiddishkeit, if you're already too much light and you're looking for light, you're going to disappear. So what's needed is to bounce you backwards. What? Bounce me backwards? Yes, but why? Because in the bounce back in life, which means, translates on a practical level, setbacks. Yeah, we say in Breslov a very fine expression. One day I'm a malach, one day I'm a galach. Meaning what? One day I wake up on time. Wow, I made it for davening, a great davening. I woke up for nets. I went to the mikvah on time, and my davening was great. My learning was great. Everything is great. I'm like a malach. I'm flying. I'm on cloud 9. I'm flying. Everything's amazing. Okay. The next day, the guy wakes up at 10 in the morning. Oh my God, I'm gonna miss off my friends, my tefillah. And he ran there. Everything's running. Everything's upside down. His wife screams at him, and this. You have to buy the pampers. You want to do a dual learn. You have to miss your chavrusa. Everything's ups and down. A galach. It's like a galach. Okay. Why though? Why does it have to be like that? Why? Because you want light in your Yiddishkeit. You want light. This is the way. But why? Because in the setback of the galach, the setbacks in life, is what's called the hidden Torah. The hidden Torah. In the hidden Torah lies the key for exposure to the infinite light. Because the hidden Torah is the Torah at its maximum level of being megusham, physical. Where everything is negative, everything's upside down. You can't get more olam hazeh than that. Olam, by the word olam is from the lashon of ha'alama, concealment. That's this world. There's no open exposure of Yiddishkeit. Here, Baruch Hashem, on the Chag and everything, you have a little of a hit'alut. But on the daily grind of life, you have to deal with the work. Even in Eretz Yisrael, sometimes you're forgetting your Eretz Yisrael because you have to go to work and call and this and that. You're on the phone 7 days with American people and this. You forget your Eretz Yisrael sometimes, right? The situation is so megusham, so physical, yet it's needed. This is the key where the Torah at its highest level is hidden. You see, teaches Rabbi Nachman, the highest levels of Torah are hidden in the darkness. By the way, this was the whole blemish of Shabtai Tzvi, and his later, the guy who followed him after, his name was Jacob Frank. Jacob Frank, he thought he was a Gilgul of Shabtai Tzvi. The Hashkafa was very dangerous. What was the Hashkafa? The Hashkafa is, since there's a hidden Torah in there, so go in all the way. So Jacob Frank, for example, he said, if now you have to elevate holy sparks and they're trapped in the Tuma, so do immorality, let's convert, let's baptize, become Christians. That's what he did. He did a Pombi, big mass conversion in Lvov, I think in 17 something, I don't know the exact dates, whatever, and they were involved in gross immorality because they believed Hashkafa is, if anyways, Hashem has to throw us into the klipot to get the holy sparks, so let's do it lechatchila, let's go lechatchila. That's the danger. You don't do that on your own because you know your limitations. When Hashem does it, it's something else. When Hashem makes you a galach in the morning, you wait one day malach, one day galach, Hashem did it. I want to be a good Jew. I want to serve Hashem like we're supposed to. But what can I do if the challenges just throw me backwards? What do you want from me? So that's Hashem's doing. Their hashkafa was, no, going all the way. That's the danger. That was the danger of going into the klipa. That's all these people today, they justify, whatever, doing drugs and doing crazy things. Yeah, this is what Hashem wants of me and everything. Let Hashem do it. Don't start justifying it. The person now, Rabbi Nachman, he said something beautiful. He says, you can twist his teachings any way you want, just don't budge from one seif of Shulchan Aruch. Don't fool yourself. You have people, they justify, yeah, today we can daven shacharis at 2 in the afternoon because, everyone's doing it, it's acceptable. Don't make a sheker. If you're off, admit you're off. But don't say, no, this is the truth now. If I'm doing it, that means this must be the real mitzvah. Everyone's doing it today, so it must be right. No. Be emisdik. Halacha is halacha. And I know I'm off. Admit you're off. Don't start saying, no, we have a kula. The famous Rabbi Eliyahu Lopian. Before he passed away, he started getting up in midnight. And they asked him, why only now are you getting up at Chatzot? What's going on? He said, I'm going to go to heaven, and they're going to ask me, did you learn Shulchan Aruch? I'm going to say yes. And did you do what says in Shulchan Aruch? And I'm going to say yes. And they're going to ask me, okay, let's see. So I'm going to assume they're going to open in the middle of Hilchot Shabbos, Hilchot Shchita, Hilchot Melicha, Hilchot Nedarim. What am I going to do when they open the very first Siman and Sif of Shulchan Aruch, where it says there that of every Jew who it is Nogea Bo, he's affected and afflicted by the Churban Beit HaMikdash, should rise early, Yitgaber Ka'ari, to wake up before, and there the first Sif Shulchan Aruch of the Ramah says about getting up early to rise and say the dirges of Tikkun Chatzot. So he said, Rav Lopin, what am I going to do when they open the first Siman and Sif of Shulchan Aruch? What am I going to do? Right? So the idea is, know the truth. Shulchan Aruch is the truth. That's a mitziyut. But I'm off, not to begin to justify it, so this must be the right thing to do. So in life, we got a lot of frustration because it happens so much. It happens so much that we're thrown off. You begin frustrated. You get so confused and frustrated. So Hashem, I don't know anymore what you wanted me. Do you want me to be a malach? Or do you want me to be a galach? I don't know anymore. You make it so upside down, Hashem. We argue with Hashem. Zamru lemishe menatzchin oto v'sameach. Sing to the one who likes it when we win him over. Hashem wants you, the Midrash says, lemishe menatzchin oto v'sameach. Hashem wants you to have good arguments against him. Hashem likes it when a Jew, in his prayers, presents his pain, talks in a respectable manner to Hashem, no problem. But he likes it when you bring a good argument. Hashem, you think it's my fault? I want to be a good Jew. I want to serve you. But these crazy things happening in life, I don't anymore what you want. So Hashem, I give you an ultimatum, Kivyachol. Or help me to be a malach or a galach. You want me to be a galach? No problem. I'll be a galach. Just give me the okay, I'll be a galach. But if you want me to be a malach, so then help me. It's like the Breslaver, Rabbi Yisrael Karduner. He lived in Tzfat. He would walk, without exaggeration, or every week, or every day, he would walk on foot to Meron, spend a few hours there davening and Tehillim and everything, and walk back to Tzfat. That's a good walk. That's about, back then, with the good feet they had then, not like today, we're all just driving, we're all fat and everything. So it was maybe a 2-3 hour walk from Tzfat with the normal route, the winding road, okay? So he woke up one day, and his shoes are worn out. He can't walk with barefoot like that. So he said, Hashem, someone overheard him talking to Hashem. He said, Hashem, or give me new shoes, or give me the da'at that I don't need shoes. But to stay like this, no way. Or give me shoes, or give me the da'at to accept I don't need shoes. But to stay upset and worried and this, Hashem, no one's going to gain. You're not going to gain, I'm not going to gain. So, or Hashem, I give you an ultimatum. Or give me new shoes, or give me the da'at and the emunah and the simcha that I don't need new shoes. But to stay like this, no way. No way. I'm not going to be sad. I'm not going to be upset because of that. You have to give Hashem ultimatum sometimes. He likes that. Zamru lemi shemenatzchin oto v'sameach. Okay, so we went off a little, I'm sorry. The idea of the keter, the word keter, Rabbi Nachman says, is connected to the word in Eov, the book of Eov, where Elihu is trying to console Eov. Eov, if you remember in the book of Job, he lost everything. He lost his kids, he lost his sons, daughters, animal stock, everything, right? And he started attacking Hashem. His friends came to console him, Elihu, Eliphaz, and they're trying to console him, don't question Hashem's ways. So Elihu, after giving 3 chapters of arguments why he shouldn't question Hashem's ways, he says to him, Katar li ze'er v'achaveka. Wait for me a moment, for me to give me time to settle my thoughts, and I'll give you even more arguments why you shouldn't question Hashem's way. So Rabbi Nachman points out, Keter and Katar grammatically have the same Chaf, Tav, Resh. Keter means a crown. Katar means wait. Katar li ze'er, wait for me a little, va'achaveka, and I'll answer you back, okay? So here, Rabbi Nachman makes a point, that the idea of Keter, a crown, what makes a king, with the crown on the head, that he has patience. He needs a king. In order to be a king, he can't make fast decisions. Yes, no, kill these people, let's conquer this country. Everything has to come with Yishuv Hada'at. That's why the crown is on the head. The crown's not on the finger. The crown's not on a necklace. It's on the head where the brain is, because the crown shows authority through Hamtana. A successful king doesn't jump into things, doesn't run into things. Everything is slowly. Right? Katar li ze'er, wait. So Rabbi Nachman teaches, to reach the infinite light, you're pushed back. Why? To build patience. Patience will give you the vessels to receive the infinite light. We have an expression in Breslov like this. It is based on one of Rabbi Nachman's stories, the story of the third day of the Chiger, the cripple. In the story, there was a cripple. He couldn't walk. He could stand, but he couldn't walk. And it was set on by robbers. I'm saying very briefly the story, just a piece of the story. And the robbers took everything. All he had was this dry toast. They took his money chest. They took his horses. He was sitting on a wagon. They left him with wagon and just dry toast. When his food ran out, and he couldn't walk, so he threw himself on the ground and started eating grass. So he got used to eating grass for after a day, 2 days, a week, and then 2 weeks, and then 3 weeks, and a month. He's eating grass for so long. It sounds funny, he's eating grass, man. So he's eating grass for so long, he got used to knowing each weed and the taste of each grass. And once he came across a different tasting grass, and he said, wow, this is a different taste. I wonder what type of root this grass has. So he pulled the grasses that were still there with the root, and there was a square diamond underneath the grass, and on each edge of the diamond was written something else. And it says, whoever holds the diamond on this side, the diamond will transport this person to the place where the sun and the moon meet. And it happened that when he plucked out the grass, he was holding on that side of the diamond, so it brought him up to the place where the sun and the moon meet, okay? That's part of the story. And that's how salvation came. He eventually became healed, whatever. It's a whole deep story. Before Steven Spielberg, Rabbi Nachman already surpassed Steven Spielberg 200 years. Okay, science fiction. We have science fiction Rabbi Nachman stories, okay? We have to get Steven Spielberg to make movies based on Rabbi Nachman stories. That would be good. Mashiach will come as soon as he does it. If he does that, Mashiach is here, all right? So now going back. We say in Breslov, in order to get to the diamond, you got to eat grass. You got to eat grass. You got to have a lot of patience and wait for the diamond to come in life. Salvation comes to the person who waits for it. Here also, you want the light, you want to feel that light, so you're going to have to go through a lot of waiting. And the waiting is in the darkness, okay? So this keter is what we're after. They say that the keter is hinted to in the Aravot. The Aravot of the Arba meaning. The word Arava, first of all, the Pshat. Arava, it says, Ein lo tam, ein lo reach. There's no taste, no smell, corresponds to who? The Rishayim, okay? So they're called, Arava is also from the Lashon Avera, sins, and also Erev, nighttime. It's dark, it's miserable, that's the Arava. And yet, the final tikkun before Simchat Torah, what do? We take 5 Aravot, 5 corresponding to what's called 5 gvurot in the Kabbalah, 5 judgments, which are reflected in the 5 last letters. You have Manspach, Mem Sofit, Nun Sofit, Tzadik Sofit, Pei Sofit, Chav Sofit. There's only 5 letters that have a Sofit, and because they're at the end, the Kabbalah corresponds them to judgments. We take them, these 5, and we wrap them on the ground, and the Arizal teaches all the rectifications from already beginning of Elul. If you started saying extra Tehillim on Elul and doing more tshuva and what's called Amiris, they have a lot of Amiris, saying Tikkun Zohar, saying Tehillim. By Sfardim we have the Slichot already from Rosh Chodesh. Ashkenazim it's a week before, but there's already people have changed already from Elul, and for sure Rosh Hashanah, for sure Aser Temei Tshuva, for sure Yom Kippur, and then the Arba Minim and the Sukkah. All that is finished. The cherry on top, the Makeh Bapatish, is on Hoshana Rabba, hitting 5 times of all your koach, whatever. And finally, everything goes up at that point. What in the world is going on? Our goal of Simchat Torah is to reveal the hidden Torah. I want nothing less than the Pele. I'm not interested in Pshat Remiz Drash Sod. Why? Because today, more than any other time before Mashiach comes, we're all afflicted with a sickness called futility. The way we are feeling about ourselves today, Jews 500 years ago didn't have that problem. The Jews in Poland, in Spain, wherever, Morocco, in the Ukraine, in Russia, they were with Hashem like this. Okay, they went to pogroms and everything to do everything. Today, we're just fried out, especially with the internet, stolen our brain, stolen our heart. Everything's upside down. And Yeush, Yud, Aleph, Vav, Shin is the biggest thing around. Whether you're FFB, it's like a joke on the side. It used to be in my time a cookie called FFV. You remember those cookies? The favorite foods of Virginia? So I thought FFB. You know, what's FFB? Favorite foods of Breslov? I don't know, FFB. I'll go on him. If you're FFB, OTD, ABC, CDA, CPA, whatever you call yourself, everybody has this challenge. Even the guy who looks with a nice trammel and he's a nice chassidish this and everything, everybody has a feeling of chas v'shalom futility. Everyone is affected. Don't think there's not one stone that's not unturned. Everybody's going through this. This is the malady of the generation. Someone asked the Balatanya, what's our avodah in these generations? He says our avodah in this generation is ups and downs. Ups and downs. 500 years ago, the Magen Avraham, the Taz, the Shach, the Beit Yosef, the Tur, all these Rabbanim, all these Tzaddikim, and the Jewish communities around them, their thing was just to hold on through thick and thin, and they were able to hold on. They went through the craziest things, and they held on. Today, more than 80% of the Jews in the world are not there. They have no idea what Kriyat Shema is, Emunah, they're lost. And they for sure are going through what they're going through. Don't think it's the grass is green on the other side. For sure they're going through. But what's a chiddush is what we're going through. People who are Shomer Torah Mitzvot, people who came back, people who are Mitchazek, all these terms in the Yiddish world, what we're going through. What we're going through, unbelievable. That's why in the Gemara and Sota, the Amoraim didn't want to be here. No, don't put me in the generation before Mashiach. No, I don't want to be in Mashiach. Because the test is crazy. It's crazy. It's a miracle already that you find a Jew who's holding on, a Yid today that's not given up. Most Jews, unfortunately, they're in Yehush mode. They're put on the tefillin, I'm in Yehush mode. The davening's in Yehush mode. Everything is just, let's just get over it already. Let's get over it, okay? They do Hallel in 5 minutes, Shmones for 10 minutes. Let's just get over it, let's go. Because there's no connection. Meaning what? I need Or. Whether I like it or not, I need the Ein Sof in my life. I can't settle for anything less than Pele, this 5th level. I need the Kli Umanuto Shel HaKadosh Baruch. I need the Amon Mufla to get me. I need that. I can't. It was good enough. Maybe 500 years ago, Pshat Remez Drash Sod was good enough. But now, what we're going through, we're now the final challenge before Mashiach, and he's going to have the Keter, the crown, the Keter. So because of that, the prerequisite for Mashiach's coming is we have to be strong on this 5th level. How do you be strong? Rabbi Nachman teaches, and it's a big teaching, and I remember in the yeshiva world, they would make fun of it. Mitzvah gedola aliyat b'simcha tamid. Always the Litvaks are asking, what does it say? Where does it say mitzvah gedola aliyat b'simcha? I counted Tarek mitzvahs. I don't see mitzvah gedola b'simcha. My friend, Rabbi, Rosh Yeshiva, whoever, it's a pasuk. Tachat asher lo avadetem et Hashem elokechem. I think elokechem elokecha. B'simcha uvtuv levav. Parshat Ki Tavo. 98 klalot. 98 curses. Why? The pasuk in the middle, Moshe Rabbeinu says, all this, tachat asher, because you didn't serve Hashem with simcha. It doesn't say tachat asher lo avatem et Hashem elokechem, period. It says the pasuk, tachat asher, Mazdor, that's a good sign. Tachat asher lo avatem et Hashem elokechem besimcha, because you didn't serve Hashem besimcha. There's a mitzvah, there's Taryag mitzvot. And there's a mitzvah gedola. Mitzvah gedola is the cup holding the other Taryag mitzvot. He says, Rabbi Nachman, you gotta invest in simcha. If you think you're gonna get around being I have my house, I have my wife, I have my kids, I have my daf yomi shir and everything, and if you think that's what's gonna get you, that's enough to get you where you're gonna have to get, you're wrong. You don't believe? 10 years down the line, you'll see 20 years down the line. Invest in simcha. Invest in simcha. Even if it requires mila dishtuta, telling jokes. That's why I tell jokes, by the way. Okay? Here's another famous joke. Why did the chicken cross the road? No, because Colonel Sanders was running after him. Okay. He says, Rabbi Nachman, the main way to be happy today is dafka telling stupid jokes. Why? Because the domain we're trapped in of the hidden Torah, it's called in the Kabbalah, believe it or not, Hechalat Murot, the exchange chambers. Everything's exchanged. Everything's upside down. Good is evil, evil is good, sheker is emet. Everybody today is screwing up, mixing up everything. Everything's mixed up. It's called Hechalat Murot, which prevents a person from being truly happy because everything's upside down. He has worries, this is not working out, maybe I should do like this, maybe this is right, wrong. And the daigus, the worries, make a person upside down. So what to do? Minei ube, you take the situation itself and grab the simcha from itself. You tell stupid jokes, he says, silly jokes have nothing to do with Yiddishkeit, nothing to do with Torah, nothing to do with your Shemaim. Okay, tell this silly joke, get happy from it, and it will bring you eventually to the true simcha, which is simcha in my mitzvot, simcha b'Hashem v'gilu tzadikim. So going back, he teaches, Rabbi Nachman, that if you work on being b'simcha, when you're bounced back and you're ready to perceive the light, you're getting ready, the prerequisite is the waiting period, right? To be able to wait properly, you need a lot of simcha. Happiness, that you're happy with yourself. You're happy with the situation. So when a Jew so much works on being happy, and he knows about it. So like a reflex instinct, when he's pushed back, he doesn't go crazy like other people. Oh my god, and he runs to a psychologist, psychiatrist to get medication, and then oh my god, he needs therapy and this and that. He doesn't go crazy. He knows already. Wait, first things first is the simcha. Where's my simcha right now? It's not here. So I know I have to invest in the simcha. Okay, we'll end with an amazing story. I say this story over and over again because it's so powerful. If it's true or not, I don't know, but it's in Sfarim, this story. The story goes about the Heilige Rav Elimelech Zichron Alayni, Rav Elimelech Blazhensk, and his brother Rav Zusha, that they were traveling incognito for a period of time. They were hidden. They did it purposely. For many tzaddikim did that. The Vilna Gaon, the Chafetz Chaim, Rabbi Nachman, many tzaddikim, the Or Chaim HaKadosh, it's known. They would go undercover to do whatever they had to do, tikkunim, etc. They came to a village and they're dressed incognito, no gabayim, no nothing. And this village had a curfew at 9 p.m. Anyone on the streets after 9 p.m., the police would arrest them, put them in the jail cell until the morning. In the morning, they check their ID and everything. This was a precaution against robbers, murderers, etc. So 8:45, they get to this village. They don't have enough time to organize their krechme, where they're going to sleep, the achsanya, where they're going to eat and sleep. 9 p.m. they're on the streets. The police see them. They don't know it's Rav Zusha and they're very famous by that time. They take him to jail. What's the jail in this village? A giant room with the bathroom, the toilet in the middle of the room, and mattresses all over around. The room was filled with yidden and goyim, real criminals and innocent people. People didn't know of this curfew. And it's nighttime, and Rav Zusha and Rav Elimelech didn't daven Marav yet. They didn't do Kriyat Shema yet. So Rav Elimelech was broken. It's a broken. So Rav Zusha was the older brother, was always the happier one. He sees Rav Elimelech broken. He says, "My brother, what's wrong? Why are you not happy?" He said, "Look at the situation. Because of the toilet, the smell, and it's a graf shel re'i. I can't daven. I can't learn. I can't do anything. Gehinam is better than this. At least in Gehinam you can cry out to Hashem. I can't even do that." So he said, "My brother, you should be happy of what it says in Shulchan Aruch. The first time you, my super duper brother, who's never missed a Mariv in his life, Rav Elimelech, Hashem has put you in the situation to do what it says in Shulchan Aruch at Siman Samach Bet, that when you're in such a situation, and it comes time Kriyat Shema, and you can't say Kriyat Shema, what does Allah say to do? You say in your heart, Ribono Shel Olam, Retzoni Lasot Retzoncha, I want to do your will, but the situation doesn't allow to me. So Yiratzon is the famous Yiratzon, famous Keilu. Let it be Nechshav, Keilu, as if I did the mitzvah, and you get reward as if you did Kriyat Shema. So my super duper brother who never missed Mariv in his life, Hashem has given you the opportunity to do mitzvah like this. Rabbi Melech says, you're right. I should be the happiest person in the world. He says, yes, you're still doing Ratzon of Hashem, even though we can't talk Torah, can't do anything. We can't say Hashem's name. So he started dancing in the jail cell, and all the inmates are seeing these two Jewish people dancing. They're going, what's going on here? So they saw everyone's looking at them. They decided to grab everybody's hand, and they made a big hora around the toilet bowl. They're all dancing. So they're all singing. Each one's singing for their reason. This guy's drunk. This guy's singing about his wife. Whatever. The shiktzah. Everyone's singing for their own reason. And the warden comes because jails you have to be Tisha B'Av. Jails atzvut, 100% atzvut. So what's this happiness? What's this music? What's this singing? So they told us because of the toilet. He said, oh really? He opened the cell. He took out the toilet. Okay, it took 5 minutes for the air to go out. The windows were open. And then Rav Zusha told him, now you can daven. What's the idea? Rav Nosson goes into this. Ki besimcha titzeu. It's a pasuk, I think, from Or Yirmiyahu. Please forgive me that I don't remember 100%. I'm sorry. Or Yeshayahu or Yirmiyahu. Ki besimcha titzeu. Right? It's Or Yeshayahu or Yirmiyahu. The pasuk talks about in the future, when Mashiach comes, and the Jews, the ingathering of the exiles, ki besimcha titzeu. Which is the pshat is, you're going to come back to Eretz Yisrael with simcha. Rav Nosson says this not just in the future, whenever you're stuck in life, whatever it is, if it's a shalom bayit issue, a chinuch issue, a health issue, an avodat Hashem issue, any issue you have, issues, ki besimcha titzeu. If you, instead of thinking about the problem, which sucks you in, it's like a what's it called, a tornado? In Hoshana Kodesh, a bay blue A. It sucks in. When the more you think about your challenge, the more it just sucks you in, and you get even more depressed and more worried. You can't daven, you can't learn. All davening, you think about, I gotta do this, that, and then after davening, the problem was solved. You just wasted your davening for nothing. Chabal, right? What is the situation for any difficulty? Ki besimcha titzeu. If you work on being besimcha, Hashem creates a solution that wasn't there. Who would have thought of a warden taking out the toilet bowl? But how did it happen? It happened because they did something phenomenal, which is what? They worked on a positive attitude, on being besimcha. But you're still in jail. Okay, besimcha, besimcha. You have sometimes people, they see someone who's happy because like his car just flipped over. Recently was this video of this Breslover in Liberty, New York. You saw the video? His business is being burnt behind his back, and he's there smiling, saying what Rabbi Nachman says about when a person knows that, and he's smiling. They're burning his business. You see the fireman extinguishing the burning business, and he's happy. Okay, because that's the solution. If you say, but you have to do something about it, this is how I do something about it. I run away from the problem, run away from thinking about the difficulty, invest my energy in simcha. The simcha opens up solutions that weren't there. Who would have thought the toilet bowl would be taken by the warden? It happened. How did it happen? Because they worked on being besimcha. It's a rule. It's not easy. Because it's not easy, this is where a person should invest. A person, he's worried about my daf yomi thing and my shas and my Torah study and my midas and my that. Work on simcha because it's an opening for everything else. Ki besimcha tetzeu. He said, Rabbi Nachman, he wasn't joking. Mitzvah gedola, liot besimcha, tamid. Always, because that's the key, that's the platform. Just something on the side. In Har Zion, there's the diaspora yeshiva, and there's what's called Martef HaShoah, the Chamber of the Holocaust, which was the original Yad Vashem. That was the original Yad Vashem created by the religious Holocaust survivors. And then afterwards, the secular world, they wanted the big, famous, fancy schmancy Yad Vashem that they have now, whatever, okay? In that original Yad Vashem, you have amazing things there. There's a jacket made from a Sefer Torah that a German, Yamach Shemo, a Nazi, got a tailor to make in the camp. What's the catch? That the tailor was smart, the Chayat was smart. He put the klalot of Parshat Kitavo on the back, so when the German officer who was walking around, he wanted to bring down the morale of the Jews in the camp, but they saw on the back, Arur, Arur, Arur. So they had the last laugh. The Jews were laughing. They were broken, but they saw on his back, Arur, because it's in Parshat Kitavo, it's pretty clear the Arurs. It's Parshat Stuma. So it's pretty clear the Arurs. So it was clear to see cursed on his back, and he's walking off the jacket. Okay? To make a joke out of everything, even out of death. It's an avodah. It's crazy. It sounds crazy, but it works. It works. Ki besimcha tetzeu. And he says, Rabbi Nachman, this is the key for the keter. Where's the pasuk that hints to it? Where's the pasuk? Gemara Masechet Shabbos, Daf Pechet. Right when the Jews said Naaseh v'nishma. So what does it say there? 1,200,000 angels came down, each one with a crown, one for Naaseh, one for Nishma, put on the 600,000 Jews, the heads of the 600,000 Jews. Sorry, I'm wrong. 600,000 angels came down, and each one had two crowns. And when there was the Chet HaEgel, the golden calf, so double, 1,200,000 angels came to take off. And the Gemara goes on to say, wow, that's what you're saying, right? Yeah. That when Mashiach comes, when the Latid Lavo, Hashem is going to be machzir the Ktarim. We're going to get back these two Ktarim. K'mo shekatuv, v'simchat olam al rosham. You hear this? Unbelievable proof. Al rosham is the keter. The pshat of the Gemara is that the pasuk saying in the future, the Jews will have the simcha of this world, simchat olam, on their heads. The Ktarim that were taken away, what's on the rosh? Al rosham is the keter. Okay, the two Ktarim. We're going to get back simchat olam. What? The pasuk doesn't even on the pshat say the word keter. It says al rosham, and it throws in simcha. This is Rabbi Nachman's proof. Rabbi Nosson goes into this, that by being besimcha, what type of simcha? Simchat olam, not simcha of Yiddishkeit, simcha of the jokes, simchat olam, what the world is talking about. Robin Williams is making fun of all the stupid jokes, Cheech and Chong. I don't know if he knows it, this or whatever. All the olam garbage jokes. But from that, you come to genuine simcha. Simchat olam. Through this, al rosham, you get the ktarim. Okay? You're at son, we should be strong. When we whap the chabatot, so then the result is what? Simchat Torah. Simchat Torah. The original minhag, according to the Arizal, is that you have someone holding the Sefer Torah at the bima, and everyone's dancing around without holding Sefer Torah. Recently, the past few hundred years, the custom is, everyone, even the Sephardim will do it. The Sephardim were makpid until now, but that's it, you can't do it, they can't hold on. The minhag is to dance also holding a Sefer Torah. According to the Kabbalah, the one in the middle is holding the Sefer Torah, and that's it. One or the Sefer Torah on the bima, everyone's dancing without Sefer Torah. The minhag today is people do this thing. You have this inyan to grab the Sefer Torah, dance with the Sefer Torah. The goal of all the chag and everything is to get to this simcha of the Torah. So initially, the original minhag is there's a separation. I'm dancing without a Sefer Torah, the Torah is in the middle, to show the gap between me and all 5 levels of the Torah, that I'm separate still. There's this keter, this wall. We reach a level now of the Simcha is so strong, we're actually holding the Sefer Torah, which is the blueprint for all 5 levels. Pshat, Remez, Drash, Sod, and the Pele of the keter are also used by the letters of the Holy Sefer Torah. We should be zocheh to be mamash b'simcha now. You have a chiyuv, even if you don't feel like it. V'samachta b'chagecha, to bring the simcha to Hoshana Rabba. Nachon, we're crying, we're in a kittel and everything, but Rabbi Nachman teaches true bechia comes out of joy, like it says, b'shimcha yegilun kol hayom. Rashi Tevot, b'shimcha, in your name, Hashem. We say in Rosh Hashanah, right, in the davening on Yom Kippur, b'shimcha yegilun, in your name, yegilun, they will rejoice all day long. Rashi Tevot, bechia, bet chaf yud hey. He says true crying to Hashem comes out of simcha. The real crying is you're emotional because you see how Hashem is so good for you, and you don't deserve it. You see how Hashem is doing good for you. You recognize the good, and you're all the way somewhere else, and it's like a chesed. I admit that I have a beard and payas, I have a kippah, and I have a brit milah. Everything's a gift. I have tzitzis on me. That I have Baruch Hashem wife and kids, and I have a mezuzah on my door. I begin to appreciate even the tiny things now. And I cry because I see where I am. I know who I am. I know how I think. I know what I do. It's all the way there. And yet Hashem is kind to me. Lets me hold my hands. These dirty hands, chas v'shalom, hold the lulav and the etrog. What did I do to deserve this? It's such a chesed. It's a chesed. You begin to realize it. That's what true bechia comes out. Okay, it's that idea of the crying of Hoshana Rabba. That we come out. We know we're going to come out good because Hashem loves us. Why would Hashem want to punish me? Hashem loves me. Why would He want to hurt me? He loves me, even if I've done what I've done. But Hashem wants me. He wants me to come back. So that's the idea of the crying out of joy in Hoshana Rabba, which leads to the Simcha of Simchat Torah. And the goal of this Simcha is to draw it on the entire year, so that no matter whatever happens in the year, I'm still here, Hashem. I didn't let go. I got pushed back. I'm a galich, nachon, but I'm holding on, B'ezrat Hashem. Which be zocheh to be b'simcha and to get the keter, B'ezrat Hashem. Simchat olam, Avush, B'ezrat Hashem.